remember, we are in business to business. So the customers I'm talking about here is your distribution channel. So if you talk about resource allocation, always think about how do I use my resources to help them to sell my products more, better, faster to their end users. Now, that resource allocation, you cannot allocate the same type of resources for every single type of customer. And therefore, you need to segment your customers. And let me first zoom into these customers. That customers are already less profitable than average, and they don't have, as far as you can see, any growth potential. Now, do not try to get rid of them. This is maybe even your long tail, but try to limit the cost of resources that you allocate to those customers. I like to call those customers red customers. And red not to avoid them, but red to avoid making extra costs for those customers. And I can tell you, digitization can help you quite a lot in still servicing red customers and minimizing the cost that you need to make to serve them. These are your customers that I love to call digital delight customers, the red customers. Now, the next ones are interesting. These are still small, but they have growth potential. In most of the cases, if you look at them, they are in the less profitable part of your whale curve, but they have the potential to become profitable. So these I love to call orange customers. And why orange? Because they're not red and they have the potential to grow, but you have to be careful. So an orange customer is a customer that you have to give extra attention, but you have to make sure that they can grow fast. An orange customer can only be an orange customer for a limited amount of time. If not, he turns into a red customer or he moves to the next box. And the next box is you become a more than average profitable customer. And then you still have those two types. You have green customers. These are the most interesting because green customers are already profitable, more profitable than your average, but they still have the potential to grow. If your sales department has the time and the energy to make sales plans, to make key account plans, you have to do it for these customers, because these customers, on one hand, you have to defend what you already have with those customers, but on the other hand, you need to still grow them. And then the interesting ones are the blue ones. I call them blue because they are your royal blues. In most of the cases, they are big customers, important customers, but they don't have any growth potential anymore. So don't put too much sales resources into those customers. These customers are way more about service level agreements. So what I want to say is that if you segment your customers like this, you can allocate your costs to the right customers, the right type of costs and the right type of resources to the right type of customers, but at the same time, you can maximize your strategic things that you do for those customers. What's your strategy for a red customer? What's your strategy for an orange customer? What is your sales and marketing strategy for a green customer? And what is your sales and marketing and service level agreement strategy for a blue customer? And then it becomes very interesting.